Hi everyone, Lee Magpie here, and today we're going to look at the Jurassic World Wild Raw Carcaria, Eocarcharia, and this is the Dino Trackers. I really like the new packaging. I have talked about the new packaging on the last 3 reviewers, but this one, I'd just like to explain it as it is new packaging, and I just like the fact that we get these little logos in the corner, and each logo is to represent a different environment. This one doesn't have an ice kind of environment like a snow environment. It has a jungle environment, which makes no sense with the packaging, because the other packagings we've had in the past, we've had a desert one, we've had a jungle one, which is this kind of packaging at the back, and then we've had like a sea ocean one. So this one doesn't have a snow environment at the back. It just has like the normal jungle sunset kind of packaging, which is that's a bit boring, to be fair. Like, they've copped out a little bit. They could have made this one into a snow environment. And obviously you can see it's a feathered dinosaur, which we'll check that out when we get out the packaging. And on the back of the packaging, it just shows you an awesome picture of the dinosaur, the figure in action. It's compatible with the Jurassic World Facts app, and I always show you the scan code so you can pause away and scan away. This one is a raw as well, and I have done reviews on all 3 of these as well. And as you can see with their logos, you've got the deserty one, a jungle one, an oceans one, and now this one's like the snow environment. And it just looks really awesome. These retail for £22 from Smyths. And Smyths have now finally getting the new Dino Trackers figures. I don't know if and when we get the smaller pack, like the attack pack ones. I always call them attack pack figures. I don't know when we're getting them. They're not in at the moment. I don't know if they're on Smyths at the moment, or Amazon at the moment. These are on Amazon as well for the UK, but they're varying different prices. These ones all just stay in the same price that you're getting from Smyths. So without further ado, I'm going to get this awesome figure out the packaging. So everyone, I've got the Eocarcharia out of the packaging, and I have to say, my overall thoughts is it looks absolutely amazing. It's so cool that we've got another feathered carnivore. They look really, really cool. And I've noticed that with these new line, they've kind of gone for similar coloured schemes with like dark and light colours, and I really love that. They always go for half and half as well, I've started to notice as well, with the coloured schemes. But this one looks really cool, and the colours contain with this like dark blue, almost blackish colour. And then we've got a speck of red going around the eye. And then we've got this like mintish kind of grey colour. And then this little bit of bluish colour scattered throughout the bottom of the tail. You have to assemble the tail as well. And we've got a new button mechanism. Some people like it, some people don't. Sometimes it looks like you can see it too bad, and sometimes you can, and some of them blend really well. I think that this one seems to blend really well because of the textures of the feathers, but overall, on one of the other ones you can really see it, and then the other one, I can't remember which one it is, you can't see it because it's got spikes on its back. But yeah, this looks really, really cool. I love the featherings of details going down the legs, and it's even got like a little bit of, I call this like the chicken, the turkey legs texturing, as you can see there. But this is the face sculpt up close. I think that the eyes look really unusual because the eyes are the same redness of the scattering of red going across the top of its head and around the eye itself, and then it bleeds down into the jawline. So the eye is actually the same colour as that red there, and I think that's a bit unusual, but I kind of like it at the same time. But if I was to choose a colour, I would have just gone for the typical yellowing of the eye. But I think it still looks really cool. And I also like how it's got this texturing of scale detailing going around the face and in divots around the nose area. Almost looks like it blends really well with the feathering detail. Because on camera it kind of still make that looks kind of like feathers and not, but like smaller feathers, and then it goes into thicker feathers, but obviously it's more scales. And then underneath the jawline we've got this like mintish grey colour, what blends in with the back of the body and the bottom of the legs, and with feathering detail instead of scale detailing. And then we've got, I'm going to open the jaw, it might raw, I don't know yet, but it's got really nicely jaggedy teeth. They look quite sharp actually. And then they've got this like smaller teeth at the bottom. Look really nicely done. A really nice white greyish colour. And there is the head up close. This is one of my favourite ones, what we've got up to now for this new line, shall we say. Because I really like feathered dinosaurs. I think they just look really cool. The only downfall to these being feathered from Mattel is you can see the feathering detail, and this one looks the thickest of some of the other feathered ones. You can't really tell until you look closely, but with this one you can actually see more of the feathering detail. But the only downfall to them is you can see the sculpt of the featherings. You know, like how a feather has like the span bit, you can see the little spans in this one, but it could have done with a bit of shading in the sculpt, so you could really see it. Gives it more of like that 3D effect. But overall it still looks amazing. On this one, I love how the feathering goes down the actual legs and goes down to the actual feet, as you can see there. And then it goes into scale detailing at the back, which is really nicely done, with that little bit of freckling throughout the skin, which Mattel's known for doing. And then the claws or its arms look really nicely done as well in this black colouring. We've got some bits of feather detailing on the elbow area and like the forebit of the arm there. Let me just see if that'll focus it in. Yeah, it is there. It's just decided to focus out. I really wanted to see it. There you go. You can see the feathering detailing now at the back of the arm and at the side. And then obviously underneath you can see the speaker. There's the Jurassic World logo there. And then the feathering detail go through this dark bit of the body as well, going around the head and the neck area. Really nicely done. I can't get over how it looks quite thick as well. Really nicely done. Loads of strokes in the details where it looks like the feathers look like they're blowing in cold weather. The scatter and move look like they're moving around. I think it's one of the best sculpted ones they've done for ages. Well, all of them are really well sculpted. Mattel does such a brilliant job, but for them to actually do the continuous feathering detail and not just cop out and make half of the skin show, they've done a really good job. I like that little pop of red as well against the dark colouring. It really complements the figure. Just adds that little bit of detail. And people, I know people do a lot of repaints and customizes them. This will look really good if someone customized it in a really cool colouring. But yeah, face sculpt looks amazing. The teeth look amazing. I love that little bit of red streak down the face. It makes it have that little bit of menacing look. And then the tail is obviously you have to assemble it, and it's got this swivel joint. It's got a bit of scattering of this like blackish bluish colour, what you get here, but it's more glossy at the end of the tail, just to add that little bit of details there. And then underneath it's got bare skin of the tail there. Just looks overall really awesome. It's real sturdy, stands really well. And then we have the scan code here. So you can pause away and scan away into your Jurassic World Facts app. And it's just got overall really good details. Articulation, the same as always. You can move the arms that far back. You can go all the way around. Move up and down. You can move it out like that. And it's got a swivel so you can move it all the way around as well. Then you can move the thighs in and out like that. And you can do some really good running action. Moves really smooth. It doesn't have none of that locking mechanism they have. And then you've got the swivel in the tail as well, which I said in my last videos as well. I wish they could do it where you could move the tail side to side, but sometimes, like with it just being solid and don't move, sometimes it can be a bit better as well. The claws at the bottom are not painted. So, like I've said in previous videos, sometimes it bothers me and sometimes it doesn't. The top ones don't bother me. The bottom ones do kind of bother me. But at the same time, the don't, because it's all like feathered on the legs anyway, it kind of gets away with it. And this is what it sounds like. So you can move the button like this. Depending on how you move the button, you get a different roar. So if you move it just like that, just like a little growl. You can move it like that. It opens its jaw. That sounds really cool. And if you do photography, you could probably wedge that little bit of button and have a photo with its jaw open like that. And that is that for this figure. I think it looks absolutely awesome. My overall thoughts on this figure to end this review is articulation, the same as always, brilliant. Got enough movement to do some photography with it. Sculpt is a 10 out of 10 as well. Colours a 10 out of 10 as well. And then this little action button, an action feature with the sounds, 10 out of 10 as well. It looks absolutely awesome. And I'm so happy Mattel have done some more feathered species. And I can't wait to show you the photography for these dinosaurs. So please follow me on Liam_Magpie on Instagram, because I do some toy content on there. Jurassic World mainly, and then I do photography photos. I do Jurassic World new figures photos of new upcoming toys that are coming out, and I also do photos of upcoming reviews. So please like and subscribe to my channel for more toy related stuff and more toy episodes, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye guys.